So, to just show you how this is going to go, I'm going to read your take. It's going to be on screen. You're going to see it. Everyone's going to be able to read it. I'm going to read it out loud, whatever. And to start off, if your take is not that hot of a take, I have an ice cube for you. That's right. That's right. I have an ice cube. So this is how we're going to judge it today. I have an ice cube if your hot take isn't really that hot of a take. But if it is a hot take, I have a W or I have an L take. So it's either a W take or an L take. So that's how we're kind of going to judge it today, all right? The first take of the entire day is Scraptrap is underrated. That is a hot take. There is a lot of criticism of Scraptrap, and that is entirely fair. But come on, guys, that is an L take right off the bat. Can we be honest here? Scraptrap is not underrated. Scraptrap deserves to get the L take. That is not, that's controversial. A ton of people do not like Scraptrap's design. You know, I've Peanut Head, Jimmy Neutron, all sorts of comparisons. But no, that is an L take. Get that out of here. More like Craptrap. Thank you. Now, this is a Discord DM. It's a little thicker, but it's about security breach. So, this is what it says. It's not about creepiness. Overall, the place is amazing and full of possibilities, like an amusement park. So, to give you context, Barberdroid is a huge security breach fan. And if you guys, you know, this is me judging from not a horror game standpoint, but from general. The main thing I don't like about FNAF, that I don't like in most horrors, is duality and appearance. How it can be fun and eerie day and night. This is an awful take. This is an L take. This is an L take. This is an L take. Barberdroid, this is an L take. FNAF is meant to be scary, and you're now praising... For example, FNAF 4, great game, scary. FNAF 3, scary. FNAF 2, not scary. FNAF 1, scary. FNAF Sister Location, very scary. FNAF 6, so scary when you're in the office. Heck, Help Wanted is scary. Ruin is scary. But you're going to tell me that the one game that they don't go scary is the good game? No. This is an L take. That's 2 L's in a row. We're not off to a good start here, guys. No idea if this is a hot take. It's more of a theory. William Afton is innocent. You guys know I already said William Afton is guilty. Boo. I think Glitchtrap possessed Afton after he made a deal with a demon and made a fatal mistake which started this story. Iron Metal, I apologize, but I disagree so strongly. There's no need to theorize about the Mimic's origins. We already have it in Tales from the Pizzaplex. Also, Henry and Edwin are clearly not parallels. Guys, I'm sorry. This is going to get the ice cube. This is our first ice cube of the day. I feel like a lot of the community already agrees on this. So there's not really much of a, there's no heat. There's no fire. There's no spice to the theory, to the take. I'm sorry. I don't believe Tales Games is canon. I believe Steelwool is taking concepts from Tales from the Pizzaplex like GGY and the Mimic and introducing them to the games. We got our first W, 130. This is definitely a W take. Why? Because it's so obvious. I can't wave this hard enough. It is exactly what is happening. Scott and Steelwool are writing books that are putting forward ideas and theories or lore into the community, and that's how they're kind of introducing us to this new world that we're going into. We have our first W of the day at 130. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is a hot take because people do not agree. People do not agree that Tales, there's a lot of controversy over that. Are Tales canon or not canon? But it's a good take. That's our first W take of the entire show. Hot take, Balloon Boy. Balloon Boy is the true protagonist of the FNAF series and is responsible for the FNAF 3 and FNAF 6 fires. That's a W. That is awesome. That is a great take. Sorry, look, yes, this is hilarious. Fish, this is a good take. Sister Location is a great game and was praised by most of the community, but people started hating on it because of one person. Now, that is a W take. That is an awesome take. So many people liked Sister Location, and then suddenly a couple videos, like two, it was Yes video, but then another video was made, and people just turned instantly and started pooping on the game like, they were pigeons on a beach. They were seagulls on a beach, just pooping on everything, because why the heck not? Because one person made a video. That is a W take. That is so true. The hate that Sister Location got is ridiculous. But Ganimator then said, not gonna lie, I hated it after my first playthrough. That's just because I don't like repetitiveness. Sister Location is the most repetitive game in the series due to how scripted it is. That is the biggest L take you will ever see in your life. What are you talking about? It's scripted. Freddy's, guys, we're gonna yeet Freddy just because of Ganimator. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. That's ridiculous. Ganimator, I hope you're here, and I hope you apologize for how bad this take is. I'm actually offended. Ganimator, that was a bad take. So, Alper, you get a W take, because that is so true about Sister Location and just randomly getting hate once people started, once it literally just got hated because of a video. That was it. It just instantly flipped, everyone changed, and then Ganimator, you're going to get an L on your take, because I feel like it is well-deserved. Elizabeth deserved to die. That was her fault. That is an L take. Elizabeth is a kid. Maybe Afton shouldn't put his murder robot in the middle of a room. How about that, okay? Enderben said, FNAF 4 had a cozy vibe like Christmas. What are you doing? What are you playing? Are we playing different games? What do you mean had a cozy vibe like Christmas? Enderben, my goodness. Ganimator makes a reappearance. The only reason people... Oh my goodness, it's another Sister Location take. Oh my goodness. The only reason people like Sister Location is the animatronic designs and the big amount of fan-made content about the game during the time of its release. People were just excited after FNAF 4 came out. I think the game would have taken that pie. I think any game would have taken the pie if it was released instead of Sister Location, whether it was FNAF 1 or FNAF 6. Guys, what are we doing with this? We are giving this an L take. This is ridiculous. This is awful. I don't understand what Sister Location did to hurt you, but whatever it did, we got to talk about it. Why does Foxy exist? Oh no, we're attacking Foxy. We're not off to a good start here, guys. We are not off to a good start. Why does Foxy exist? Freddy, Chica, and Bonnie all have consistent band party theme, and then there's this random pirate. Alternatively, I believe only the worst stories from the Fazbear Frights are canon. Fazgoo, canon. Sea Bonnies, canon. Springtrap, and Preng, extremely canon. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. William Afton from The Silver Eyes was one of the best William Afton adaptations since the games. That is a cold take. This is a cold take. I'm sorry. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that William Afton from The Silver Eyes is better. Not better, but definitely one of the better versions of Afton, because we at least see Afton. Like, in the games, we don't see him, except in the Springtrap, Scrap Trap. Like, at that point, we see William Afton, but in The Silver Eyes, you actually see him over and over and over and over again throughout the book. So definitely going to be a cold take. Everyone's kind of acknowledged that. The idea of Remnant is stupid, but I know it's essential to the lore, and I still hate it. Also, Springtrap is innocent to you, and you know it. First of all, Biased, you've been very kind today, and I appreciate that. But Remnant is not stupid. It's very, very, very easy. Remnant is extremely easy. You just gotta pay money to read books. You know what I mean? You gotta pay money to read books to then know what Remnant is. So technically, it's not stupid, and it's an L take. I completely disagree. As a long FNAF fan, I personally don't think the movie was a good representation of the game. I'm going to say that this is a split decision. I'm going to say it's a split decision. I'm going to let you guys have your own opinions on this one, because I think that if you think of FNAF 1, then it might be a W take, because it doesn't represent FNAF 1 that great. But if we're talking FNAF in general, then it's an L. So I will let you guys actually come to your own conclusions about that one. FNAF 4's main gameplay gimmick kind of sucks. I hate having to have my volume all the way up just for me to misinterpret a random noise for breathing, and have my headphones blasted because of it. Also, the general gameplay becomes repetitive and is boring fairly fast, even for a FNAF game. I'm going to do this in two separate. Top paragraph, bottom paragraph, very separate. So for the first one, I think that's an L. I think that FNAF 4 actually is pretty... It doesn't become too repetitive because of the way the animatronics change their pattern, and I think that you don't have to turn your volume all the way up. Like, you could just be smart. Duh. I'm just kidding. Loader Dots, if you're here, I apologize. I'm sorry. Now it's time for the next half. Also, FNAF 3 is the best game in the entire series. It has the best use of the camera system. It's probably the most clear-cut in its storytelling, and the Phantoms were a brilliant way to reinvent how jump scares worked in the series. Alright, first I'm going to give it a W. Why? Because I think I'm going to give it a W, because the first two are correct. The camera system and the clear-cut storytelling are good. The Phantoms were a brilliant way to reinvent jump scares. That is an L to me. That was never used again. But because 2 out of 3 are pretty good, I'm gonna do W. Another VA says Five Nights at Freddy's is no longer about the Afton family. This is a new era. That's gonna have to be an Ice Cube. I feel like it's kind of generally acknowledged within the community, so I do believe that this is gonna have to be an Ice Cube take. This is This was Logan's comment. This was Logan's comment. Logan, I included your comment onto this. Also, I still cannot beat Night 4 of FNAF 2. Logan, this is a W comment. This was one of the best. This was so funny. When I saw this on the comments, I was laughing so hard. I had to include this. Logan, this is an absolute W. This is amazing. So the rule was that I chose one comment from each person. I chose one. And this person had 2 comments. So to not give the person credit for commenting twice, because I don't want to break my own rule, I just kind of took it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that is a W take. I think that having a 25% success rate on the FNAF lore is a pretty good rate. And I think that this is actually pretty good. Stonewolf Studio says, what do you mean hit take? A hot take is a take that is controversial. There's your answer. Is this a hot take? No, so I'm sorry. Red Mask Official says, William shouldn't have survived the spring locks. This is an L take. If William Afton didn't survive the spring locks, then what would we have been playing? I'm so confused, guys. Big Boss Gaming says, FNAF 2 is the worst FNAF game made by Scott. I'm going to have to respectively throw up the L take. Why would I throw up the L take? Because I think FNAF 3 is worse. Lefty's design is lazy. This is ridiculous. That is an L. That is a fat L. I love the way Lefty looks. Lefty is awesome. Vanny should have been the new main villain instead of the Mimic. A brilliant W. A sparkling W. This W, if I could, I would coat it in gold and give it to you. UCN should have been the last canon game, with Help Wanted being a game only tie up loose ends and not add any lore. I'm going to say L, because I think that the introduction of Glitch Trap was awesome, and if you do not like Glitch Trap, I disagree. Heavily. Plot twist, Mike is alive and is Vanny. I hate to be the one to tell you, but I think Mike is dead. This is an L take. Security Breach should have been delayed again to mid-2022 with all the cut content. I'm going to actually give this an L take. Now, some of you might be confused because Sandwichly, you don't like Security Breach. Shouldn't you want to give them more time to fix the game, right? Isn't that what you want, Sandwichly? No, because I think Security Breach at its core is flawed. FNAF 3 is bad. Hey, someone agrees. Sure, Springtrap is awesome and the soundtrack is beautiful. But when you get the fact that all the phantoms can't kill you, which takes away the horror, and also Springtrap's jump scare. I'm sorry, this is a cold take. I think everyone agrees. Scrap Trap is the best... Oh, it's Scap Trap, first of all. Scap Trap is the best design for William Afton. This might be the worst. Is Frank... Frank, I says I knew it. Frank, that might be one of the worst so far. Seriously? Jimmy Neutron? Peanut Head? That is ridiculous. How to raise the attention. Did you do this because you knew I would freak out? Did you do that because of that? Yeah, that's pretty smart if you did. Michael Afton is Rick Astley. That's a W take. Mike never gave us up, he never let us down, and he never deserted us. Actual serious hot take. FNAF should have ended on FNAF 6. This channel would not exist. That is an L take. So all of you in chat should be saying L, because if FNAF ended, then this channel, which started with Security Breach gameplay, if you go to my videos and you go to my first videos, they were Security Breach gameplay videos. So if FNAF ended, this channel wouldn't exist. Take, Ennard is the best FNAF villain. Technically, with 4 animatronics and 1, hive mind capabilities, and for soloing the Mimic in every category, honestly needed to be fleshed out more. I don't know how to feel about this one, because I think that William Afton is the best villain, so L to the first part. But it's a little bit of a W take in Ennard not getting enough time. I think Ennard could have been one of the best villains. I think Ennard is cool. People only like FNAF 1 because of nostalgia. That is an L take. Why is it an L take? Because I still play FNAF 1 and I still get scared. And also, have you played FNAF 2 and FNAF 3? I would rather play FNAF 1. Wolf Master Official says Glamrock Chica is a great character. If you're new around here, you won't know this, but I do not like Glamrock Chica. Glamrock Chica is quite literally meant to eat trash and chase us around. There is nothing important to Glamrock Chica. Glamrock Chica is boring. Glamrock Chica doesn't even scare you, because Glamrock Chica literally just wanders around the Pizzaplex, and you can see her from a mile away, so you don't get killed. So that is an L take. I'm sorry. Charlie Plays says FNAF movie Springlock scene was mid-good, but mid. No. The Springlock scene was awesome. It was everything I could have asked for. That is an L. The Mimic is the ultimate antagonist. No. Boo. Boo, L take. No. It is a simple villain that is appearing for a second, and there is someone else there. Boom. I could fix the FNAF franchise. This is a W. If you have ever spoken with Crashmaster, Crashmaster knows the lore. Crashmaster, I believe you could fix the FNAF franchise. That you get a W there. Okay? Sister Location is good. Yes. Someone said it. Thank you. It is a good game. Good game. FNAF Security Breach ruined the franchise, especially the Mimic that came out of nowhere. I'm going to give this an L. I'm going to give it an L. Why am I giving this an L? Because I think everyone kind of predicted in the theory community that the Mimic was going to become a villain. Pizza is Neat says, get the Mimic out of here. I don't like him. Why, you may ask? It's because I don't like him. He's almost as bad of a character as Henry? No, that is an L. No, do not touch Henry. No, this is ridiculous. How dare you compare the Mimic to Henry? How dare you? I don't really like Foxy Bro or Michael Afton, you know. I just find it horribly tormented. Isn't it funny that this was exactly off the other one? I just find it horribly tormented his brother all his life, even if the Fredbear thing was a prank, it isn't right and doesn't excuse it. I'm going to say that it's a W, because you're right. Michael Afton's actions of killing his brother cost more lives than just one. We have the Fresh Boy saying FNAF 2 is the most boring FNAF game to play. I'm sorry, but it's true when it comes down to it. It's just flash hallway, put mask on, stay on one single cam the whole game. This is interesting because a lot of people like FNAF 2 and a lot dislike FNAF 2. So I'm going to say that I'm going to pretend like this is like controversial take. I don't know how Biased feels about FNAF 2. I think Biased doesn't really like FNAF 2. But as far as Martin goes, Martin loves FNAF 2. And that is why I am going to, just to spite Martin, give a W to this. Because it's true. And I do think that FNAF 2 being good or bad is kind of a thing within the world of like conversation. People saying, hey, it's good, hey, it's bad, I love it, it's awful, I would rather, you know, watch paint dry, I would love to play FNAF 2 for the rest of my life. It's kind of like a back and forth, so I'm going to pretend like this is very controversial, and I'm going to say, yes, FNAF 2 is very boring. Die in a Fire is better than It's Been So Long. If you guys are into FNAF music, you will know that this is an awful take. Die in a Fire is a good song, but It's Been So Long is one of the best Five Nights at Freddy's songs ever. It's Been So Long is one of the best FNAF music songs. I think it's the best of all time. I don't think you could name a single FNAF fan song that is better than It's Been So Long. Plushtrap is the worst character from FNAF 4. You know what? I'm going to say this is a W take. I play FNAF 4 sometimes, and when Nightmare with Plushtrap comes on to like my game and like it tries to make me play that minigame, I am so scared of that minigame that I will hold my flashlight on for the rest of the game. So I'm going to give this a W. He's the worst. And as a matter of fact, we should just remove him from FNAF 4. It would make the game so much better. FNAF is dead. No. I mean, just think about it for a second. The movie just came out. Help Wanted 2 is going to come out. Ruin just came out. Security Breach had great sales despite being controversial. FNAF is absolutely nowhere near dead.